What's up, weirdos, and welcome to Weird Wide. I am JD Ross. With me is Bethany Geiger.
Hi.
And Ashley Saucy Nug Shoe.
Yeah.
Saucy Nugs.
Saucy Nugs. Welcome
You
to
need
the
to check it out.
Weirdoverse, everybody. Oh, yeah, you got to check it out. If you haven't gotten onto our TikTok yet, at Weird Wide Pod, got to go check it out. Saucy Nugs. Epic. It's a lot of fun. Had a good time with that.
Yeah.
Only the sauciest of nugs will do. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. We're definitely a little squirrely today, and I'm loving it. We took a week off recording because Ashley went on fucking vacation.
Lame.
Yeah.
Not even fair.
I know.
And she went to the beach.
Yeah, we haven't done that. We didn't get to do that. So
We only went to the beach once.
Oh my god! See that you know what? Total side note. That was another thing that like kind of pissed me off. Is like she texts me and she goes, I was like, oh, you try to get as much of the beach, as you can before you leave. I think it's like the last day.
Yeah.
And then she's like, my family doesn't want to go down to the beach. I'm like, fuck your family. Like, what the fuck,
Right.
man? Like,
Bye,
They wanted to
guys.
swim in the pool.
ugh. Well, okay. The pool is. I didn't realize
That's
you
all
had a
they
pool.
wanted.
I didn't realize you had a pool.
Yeah,
No.
that's all they wanted.
I could be talked into a pool.
Not me.
could be
I
talked into a pool.
like just floating on the waves.
That's true. That is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. We are
Oh, it was
clearly,
rough, though.
clearly vacation starved, but we took a week off. We're back. I'm feeling good. It feels right. It feels like I'm back on stage with my band. That's how it fucking feels. I'm excited.
I feel sleepy.
What
I'm
are you
always
playing?
sleepy.
What are
That's
you in the
true.
band? What are you playing in the band though?
All right. Is it narcissistic
I'm the
if I
drummer.
say that? I would say, is it narcissistic if I say that I'm the lead singer?
No, I
Oh
expected
my
it.
god, yes. But like
I expected him to be like, I'm gonna be like Geddy Lee, and I'm gonna do all the things.
I'll
hold
I'll
on.
say
I
that-
definitely picture you as the one-man band with like the drum and
Okay,
like you have
Like
like
the
a
Hormel
tambourine.
pepperoni guy.
Oh,
You
dude,
remember
that'd be
that?
gnarly. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Bethany, what are you playing? You're out here playing fucking lead guitar for me. Up here, fucking Keith Richards singing.
I would absolutely play lead guitar if
Fuck
I knew
yeah.
how.
Well, I mean, it's yeah.
It's imaginary, so
And actually, it fits that you're the drummer because like the drummer is the backbone, and you're out here like getting us like right with shit. So it works out.
I mean,
right. Plus, the drummer's like the laid back but also insane one.
That's true, and that's
in
you.
every band.
And that is you, bro. You're Tommy
Yeah.
Lee. You're the big dick of the whole
I got the
weirdoverse.
big dick.
You got that big dick. You got that fucking
That-
third leg going.
Okay,
very
tripod. Just call
That's
me
right.
tripod.
That's right. So today we are going to be getting our cult on a little bit. We're going to be talking about a cult. I don't know as much about this one. Again, I got to thank Bethany and Ashley for taking the lead on the research on this particular episode. I think I'm up next on the next episode for leading the research, so I'm pretty stoked about that. But so yeah, I'm going to be learning today with all of you. So I don't even
Yay!
know. We're talking about Mother God today, and from what I understand, some pretty gnarly shit going on with that.
It's a weird one for
It's-
sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
And it's a
hell
fresh one. It's fairly recent.
It's newer. I
Yeah.
like that. I
Still
like that because a
around.
lot of the cults, you got to go way far back,
Yeah.
at least the 70s. But I like it. Before we get into that, got a couple announcements. So, Bethan, you mentioned you're sleepy. Everybody at home, you're probably sleepy too. The world is just a crushing, just nonsense that just you can't help but be sleepy. So you're gonna need to get yourself some Dubby. Get some Dubby, and you're gonna use code Weirdo1 at checkout, and you're gonna get 10% off. This is also a good time to announce that Weird Wide officially has a Patreon. So if you want to support the show, that is the best way to do that. Monetarily, if you want to support the show, that's the best way to do it. Right now, we just got one tier. It's a $5 tier. Come join the cult officially. It's going to be patreon.com/weirdwide. That is all I got for announcements. So who's ready to get into some weird news before we get into the main topic?
Oh, hit
I'm
it.
so excited. I'm so excited because
He's been hyping it for days.
I've been so excited for this one.
Okay, I'm stoked.
So we are talking about one of the most prominent families in America, and this is the children that they produce. So it's going to be politics adjacent. It's not going to be full. It's not going to be full on politics.
Look,
I'm
you
not even
killed her.
counting it. I'm not even counting it because this is not a serious candidate. You can't convince me he ever was. We're talking about RFK Jr. Now RFK
Oh,
Jr.
okay, I'm in.
We're
She's
talking
back.
about RFK.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
We're talking about brainworm here. And
right,
honestly,
let's
I
go.
find this guy fucking
this shit.
fascinating. But like,
They're so
This is-
stupid.
now bearing in mind, this is Robert Kennedy's son. this is the smart one's son. Okay.
The
So-
smart one.
This is the
Which
smart
is
one.
really stretching.
So
Okay.
he recently copped to a prank that New York City had been trying to solve for like, I think it was like 10 years. I'm not clear on the time, so don't quote me on
Oh,
that.
for fuck's sake.
This motherfucker. So at one point, police found in Central Park a dead bear cub, like bear,
I
actual
heard
bear.
about this. I heard
Mhm,
about this.
So there's a tape that has recently surfaced. They had no idea who it was. They were like, there was a bike and there was a bear, and that's all they knew. That's all that was going on. Bike, bear. And they were like, fucking New York, man. Hey, fucking New York. You
And
know-
we're not talking about a hairy gay man. Okay.
We're not.
We're talking about a real bear.
We're talking about an actual bear cub. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
I mean, now, my understanding, Central Park could be confusing. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
Good for
just-
them.
That's
Love
why
it.
I was clearing it up. That's
Good
why
for
I
them.
was
Love it.
clearing
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's true because it's a much different. It's a very. It could get murdery otherwise. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We can't do that.
a tape has recently surfaced with RFK having a conversation with Roseanne Barr. This is some shit. I swear to
Oh
God,
my-
the timeline is so jacked. There's no rhyme or reason to what's going on anymore. Because I don't think like I'm pretty sure Roseanne's gone way off the deep end. It's crazy to me that like Roseanne was even hanging out with a Kennedy. Like that
Yeah.
alone is crazy.
Especially like that far back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
because 10 years ago, wouldn't that have been like not too long after the whole Star Spangled Banner debacle?
Oh yeah, I remember that. That actually
Yeah.
that might have been the 90s, the whole thing where she fucked
Really?
up I remember that shit. Okay, and like
Oh, when she screamed it.
when she
that-
like screeched it, and it's like, what did you
That
think
was
you were
the
getting
90s
when you
'cause Roseanne was still
Roseanne
on
was
when she did it.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as the story goes, he's in New York and he's driving to a restaurant and he sees the person in front of him hit a bear. I didn't know there were bears in New York. That's news to me. Like
Really?
okay.
Just because there's not forest in New York City.
I mean,
doesn't
okay,
they
but like
don't have-
you're gonna sit there and tell me you'd be like completely just like this is normal if I saw an actual bear in Manhattan.
So fun fact. Okay, well, not in Manhattan, but like New York, when
Well,
you're
not-
driving around and stuff, they have like
Yeah.
straight up bear crossing signs. It's so cool.
Okay, so I didn't know that. This is something I've never been to New York. Okay, so like apparently there's just
Open
bears
your mind,
in New York.
JD. Open
My
your
bad.
mind.
My bad. I've not been to New York. I want to go. But I didn't know there were
Jesus.
bears.
I was so excited to see one. I was very excited to see a bear.
very excited.
I didn't even
Had a-
see any.
had a picnic basket and everything.
Oh, you're so
Right.
punny.
So, RFK Jr.'s first instinct after seeing this bear cub get hit was the most hillbilly shit I've ever heard. The most Beverly Hillbilly nonsense. This motherfucker
So
immediately pulls over, like oh shit, pulls over. Right? This is a Kennedy. This is a Kennedy, as in the heads are
Yeah.
gonna blow fucking Kennedys.
That's
Fucking
not
Jesus.
nice.
It's
His
not-
head did blow, and
his
that's
head
not
did. Both
cool.
of them did. Actually, did they get Bobby? Did they get Bobby in the head? I don't know. They got him
I don't
though.
know.
Sirhan, I think got him. But anyway, so he pulls over and is like, "That's my fucking bear cub." Like I'm like, because he's like, he lays out how like New York has like roadkill laws that are okay with you like taking roadkill. He's like, I'm gonna skin that bear. I'm gonna eat that bear. Like he was excited. This is a Kennedy.
In theory, I like that idea.
In theory.
In theory, I like that
In
idea because, like, if I hit this animal, if this is, I
Yeah.
see it happening, the animal died.
Yeah, yeah.
Do what you want to do. Take care.
Taking the Native American approach.
Yeah.
I can dig that. But it was like, it didn't feel like it felt like it was like, I don't know, it felt more trophy-ish. It felt stranger. But then, so he puts the bear in his trunk. Now he's on his way to dinner in like some Manhattan restaurant. So he goes to the dinner and then like forgets that he had a flight right after. So again, let's just recap. We've got Robert F. Kennedy pulling up to a Manhattan restaurant with a dead bear in his trunk that he plans to fucking make use of later. comes out of dinner and realizes, fuck, I've got a flight. How do you forget you have a flight? How do you forget you have a flight?
It's a
Well, I
Kennedy.
mean,
They fly
like,
all the time.
yeah, I was gonna say when you're like that rich, they're just like, oh, tra la la, just
I mean,
getting
that's
on this
true. That's
private
true.
jet.
That's true. So he's like, well, I can't.
Cornelius, fetch the car.
Jeeves, take me home, Jeeves.
That's true. That's true. You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, fair. But he's like, I can't take this bear with me on this flight. They're
couldn't.
not going to let me do that. It was after 9/11, so you couldn't.
You can't take nothing.
Can't take a bear on the flight. It's not. They're not
Yeah.
going to let you do that. So he's like,
He could have
all right.
pretended it was his plushie.
He could have.
Aww.
And you know what? Honestly, they'd let him do that.
I don't
He's a
know. You
Kennedy.
send it if you that is true, but like
He's a Kennedy.
imagine being like, this is my stuffed bear, and you send it through the X-ray thing, and they're like, sir, we're gonna have to pull you aside for some additional questioning.
We got some
They
questions
pulled me
for you.
they pulled me aside for additional questioning. They went through my stuff.
Oh shit! What did they think you were doing?
I don't know. I had a bottle of setting spray. It was too much liquid.
Weird. But again, this is like the same
Anyways.
family where Ted killed a woman and then stayed on in Congress for like 30 years after. Like he could have got, but he's like, you know what? I'm not going to hassle the TSA with his bear. I got to get rid of this bear. And so he's like, how do I get rid of a bear in New York? I know. I'm going to take it to Central Park. And he's like, I took it to Central Park and I found a bike and I like rammed the bike into the bear so that it looked like some kid had fucking hit the bear with a bike and just fucking left it there. And this is a man that not only comes from a family that has run the country, but he also wanted to run the country. He wanted to get in that big fucking office.
I feel like there should be somebody that he could be like, hey, can you do me a favor? You know,
Yeah.
like
like the wolf in fucking Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction. Like, I'm here to solve problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's got to get rid of a fucking dead bear.
Sure.
like
I mean, that's probably the least of his problems.
That's true.
and,
That's
and
like,
it makes
honestly.
it makes more sense than like dumping it and making it look like it got hit by a bike.
Like, of all things, a bike. Like, this was clearly hit by a car, sir.
Meh.
Right.
Or he could have just, I don't know, left it.
Like, literally,
Maybe.
like
Just,
you
like,
just
dump
leave
it, yeah.
leave it on the sidewalk. Like, that would be
Try
kind
to
of
give it
that'd be
mouth to
even
mouth.
better.
I don't
That'd
know
be,
anything.
That'd be even better if you just left it by this restaurant.
I could see Bethany out there. It's okay, little bear.
Listen.
We got
don't
there.
judge
Go
me.
us, dude. We need to get we need some kind of bell or like special noise for when we get to Bethany petting shit that she shouldn't.
Okay, listen.
It's like a challenge every episode, and we managed to do
It's
it.
not even a challenge
No,
though.
it's really not.
Oh man.
Really not. It's really not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's okay though.
So that's what the rich people do. Okay, so just anytime you're wondering like what the rich people are up to, what they're like, this is the kind of shit they do. Like, they're just hillbillies that have money. That's all it is.
God,
Nobody's
could you
better
imagine?
than nobody's better than you.
Nobody's better than me.
Yeah, some people just have more money.
Yeah,
That's it.
they just have more money, and they just make choices that, like, honestly, like, I wish I could like dump a dead bear in Central Park and just be like,
No,
look what
that's
I
not-
did.
No, that's not what I would want to do.
That's
No, it's not-
terrible.
I wish I had the option. I don't wish I
Oh.
could do it. I wish like I could do it. I wouldn't do it.
that was
Disclaimer:
available
we
to
do
you.
not agree with any. Of
We
this
do not
stuff.
support Robert
We do not
F. Kennedy and
condone-
his bearicide.
We do not condone this activity.
I don't
Disclaimer,
condone any
Disclaimer.
baby dead bears.
disclaimer.
I don't
we
condone
do
dead
not
bears.
kill
but
animals on the side. Disclaimer.
we are a very, very pro animal podcast. In fact, at some point, I'd like to get into some animal help and charity from a podcast perspective.
Me
so
too.
I knew you would. I knew it. So at some point,
I love
and
this
Ashley,
idea.
stop rolling your goddamn eyes. We're gonna help some fucking animals.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be there.
We're gonna help some
Right.
fucking animals.
Exactly. We're gonna
Moral
help some
support.
fucking animals.
You saw Sad Boy. Help Sad Boys.
That's right. Help the sad boys.
No. That
Give us
thing was
money on
biting
Patreon.
You. No.
It's
No,
psych-
no,
has
no,
to be
they do that.
psychotic.
They do that out of love.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You should
Yeah,
see
I
the
put 'em
fluffy one.
across
That
the
thing's
room
even
out of love,
crazier.
I mean, actually,
Oh.
like I'm in an abusive relationship with Spooky for sure because like
You
she did
really
this to
are.
me. But she's like, it's not all bad. Like, you know, when she's nice, she's so nice. It's my fault.
You get love bombed by your cat.
I do. All right, this has been weird news, and weird it has been. Let's get into our main topic today. We are talking about the Mother God cult. Ladies, take us into it.
This is it's a weird one.
Oh yeah.
Because
Weird is our brand.
that is true. So Ashley Carson, right?
Uh-huh.
That's Mother God.
Okay.
She seemed so Amy Carlson.
Carlson.
Carlson. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, this is why I take notes. This is why I'm gonna look at my
I don't
notes.
want to step on your toes.
What's really fucked up is I sat there too, and I was like, I'm gonna remember this name. I'm not gonna have to look at it. This is the main person. I'm gonna remember this name. Whoops. So we have Amy Carlson, right?
There
That's
we
Mother
go.
God.
Yeah.
That's Mother God.
We
Yeah.
got there.
Yeah.
I knew we could. I knew we could.
We got there.
She
I might
was
leave that
born...
exactly how that was.
And then he's like, please don't.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers.
She was born November 30th, 1975, right?
That's not right.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. It is.
I was gonna say, I was about to just give up. You guys are fucking evil. You guys are fucking evil.
I didn't do
That
shit.
was so good. She believed it.
I was sitting here. I was like, there was like 4 different places that said the same thing.
What source did you use?
So many. So many.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Evil. Y'all
That
are
was
fucking
awesome.
evil.
I
That
didn't do
was
nothing.
hysterical.
I didn't do
Okay.
shit.
You laughed.
I did.
You did. She was born November 30th, 1975 in McPherson, Kansas.
Ooh.
Her parents were divorced.
Okay.
And I guess she dealt with a little bit of abuse from her stepmom.
Okay.
But like from what I was reading, nothing crazy, you know. I mean, abuse. That's
like when
not
you say
good.
abuse, you mean like we're talking like physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal? Are we talking
I
about Cinderella
didn't-
situation?
I don't
Evil
think Cinderella
stepmother?
situation. I didn't get too much information on the type of abuse.
Okay,
It just
okay.
said that there was the abuse, and that's when she went to live with her mom.
Okay.
She was a good student.
Mhm.
She sang in the choir. And it honestly, it really seems like pre-cult, she had a pretty normal life. Now, she got married a shit ton of times.
How many
4
times did she get
times.
married? Oh my god, that's too
But-
many.
Yeah, all in her like early 20s.
I feel like if you get past number 2, stop.
No, I'm not even getting to number 2.
But
Right.
well, I mean, that's what I mean. If you get through number 1 and then through number 2, stop.
No,
I'm stopped. Don't worry. I'm stopped.
I'm just
Are you-
looking for a
Are
death
you on
buddy.
1 or 2?
It's fine.
Me?
You're on 1. Yeah, you're on 1, right?
One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. You
One
said
is
that
enough.
like, you said that like it was like, yeah,
No,
I've got my
no.
2. Like, oh,
No, I got one is
I
enough.
did not
One is
realize there
enough.
was more.
I did it
No.
once. Not
One
doing
is
it
enough.
again.
Right, right.
Once you
So-
do that walk once, you're like, nah, I don't need it.
Exactly. Anybody that does it more than once, fucking
More
crazy.
power to 'em.
Fucking
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Not my
So
cup
4
of
is a
tea.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a
Especially
lot.
in a short span of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was all like in her 20s.
Yeah.
That all this
so
was
like
going down.
before pre-2000, she was like a normal human being.
Yeah.
She had 3 kids,
Mhm.
3 different dads,
Mm.
and she worked as a manager at McDonald's. Pretty normal.
Okay.
Pretty
Okay.
normal. And then that's when she started getting into like the new age spirituality.
It sounds like
And
that time period. That was when it kind of started to like
Mhm.
bubble up and
Yeah.
start to kind of take off a little bit.
Yep.
Ants everywhere were about that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was early 2000s, and she's, talking to some people. And she ends up seemingly out of nowhere from some of the stuff that I was reading. It's kind of like she started like experimenting with drugs and stuff a little, but
Okay. So she was kind of probably going through that little bit of a like, I'm a little bit bored. I need a little bit more spice.
Well,
I need a little
she
bit
was
more...
like a regular poster, it said on forums about New Age philosophy, like lightworkers.org was one.
Okay.
And she actually started talking to this like Amaranth White Eagle.
That name sounds made up.
It does. It probably is.
It is. His real name is Robert Saltzgaber.
That
also sounds made up.
It does, yeah.
Just saying.
I have a feeling he's like essentially the downfall of this woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, because he was telling her like she was divine. And that was like, so you are this like amazing.
So really building her up. Really building her up. Okay.
She ends up leaving her fucking job. She leaves her family.
Husband.
She leaves her husband.
The third one.
Yeah. To go.
I feel like number 3 had to have seen that though coming, right?
I don't know.
Or
he was like,
at that
good,
point, it
get
can't
the
be
fuck out of
super
here.
surprising.
It can't be surprising if you're the third husband and she leaves you too. Like, it can't be like, you can't be like, I was the one that was going to fix her. Yeah.
I'm so surprised. This is so unlike her.
Yeah.
And that's when she ran away to Colorado to be with Amaranth White Eagle.
All right. So she's moving on up. She's going from Kansas to Colorado. That sounds like a good move.
The Galactic Federation of Light is what their first.
That's what they were. Yeah, that was their like original.
Yeah.
Okay. So Amethyst White Feather and Amy and
Amaranth White
Feather. Amaranth
White Eagle.
White
Eagle, whatever. See, now you're fucking me up.
And
I know what I'm talking about.
And Amy, they're so they're in Colorado now. They're going to start a group, is what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all like, you're divine, and she's like,
stop it. You're divine.
A lot more drugs than that, though.
Okay,
but
no,
they
we're talking
plugging this shit on YouTube, like. They were YouTube.
So we're talking about like early YouTube sensation,
like 2009.
Kind of shit.
Okay. Like 2009 here.
Okay. Yeah. So Amaranth is telling Amy about how special she is and how great she is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Divine. And she's like, "Fuck yeah, I am."
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, you start to hear it enough. Yeah.
I don't blame her. Like, somebody starts telling me I'm divine, I'm like.
I'm at least listening.
Yeah.
Tell me more. I mean, am I?
Right.
No, stop.
I'm godly.
What? You're godly. Stop it. Oh my God.
Essentially, though, like, they started referring to themselves as Mother God and Father God.
Okay, that's how you know that, like,
But he was Father God 1.
Yeah, he was Father God 1.
I'm gonna guess some of the drugs involved were psychedelics.
They had to have been. There ain't no way.
That's the only kind of shit that leads. Like, cocaine doesn't lead to shit like that. Like,
no.
But acid, a little bit of peyote, a little bit of shrooms, that's gonna lead to you calling yourself Mother and Father God.
Yeah,
I've had those experiences where I wake up, I'm like, I am an entire planet, because that's what I am. So, like, I can see you doing too much of that shit, and you just be like, yeah, I'm Mother God. What's up?
I almost, it sounds like it'd be a nice experience to fully, and I honestly, I think that I believe that she actually thought that she was Mother God.
Okay.
I think she had some wires crossed somewhere, and he took advantage of those crossed wires.
People will do that. People will do that. Okay. All right. So they're starting a group, the Galactic what?
Federation of Light.
Okay. Somebody was a Star Trek fan.
It's kind of great. Yeah. And then if you want to take over this little middle part, I got like the beliefs and stuff, but
I got all kinds of shit.
Hell yeah. I didn't get like what I got some of the stuff with them moving around and stuff, but
oh yeah. Okay. So let me see. Where do I want to start? So we're on the YouTube thing. They felt like they weaponized the internet to target vulnerable individuals who felt isolated, lonely, misunderstood. That struggled with grief, addiction, trauma.
So they were doing some classic cult shit of like targeting the vulnerable
to try to get people, because this was their main seller. People that were not able to access basic health care, because their main thing was they were anti-medicine, and they claimed you could heal yourself even from cancer and other man-made diseases.
Oh my.
They would drink colloidal silver as a cure.
Okay, that's...
And she would tell people too that she did multi-dimensional surgery.
Yes.
Oh.
Where she talked about it on Dr. Phil. Where she
so tell me more about the interdimensional surgery.
That one was weird, because like you could tell, like I think she really thought that she was doing this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
like, other people believed her too, but that's the thing. It's like they were like, yeah, she's doing it. I feel great. And then they fucking die.
And she claimed that she saved like over 100,000 people or something, like crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Over her lifetime or whatever.
Okay.
And her followers are just like, yeah, she does it. We watch her. She's always doing it. That's why she's so tired all the time. That's why she can't walk, because we get to that. But like, she claims that she could cure like cancer and tumors and addiction and autism, like these major things.
So we're getting into cult and faith healing kind of territory here. And internet. Early-ish internet.
She proclaimed that she was divine.
Okay.
And she was a 19 billion year old being who had birthed all creation. She claimed that she had been reincarnated 534 times, including as, this is where it gets beautiful.
It gets really, really
Jesus,
interesting here. That was one of the main ones. Yeah.
Joan of Arc and Marilyn Monroe.
And Elvis's mom.
Not Elvis, though.
Not Elvis. Elvis is
specifically Elvis's mom. So they Sarah Connored Elvis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they also claim that Carlson was queen of the lost continent of Lemuria, and a group incorporated the belief that Lemurians live within Mount Shasta in California.
Do you think she ever used this stuff like to try to get out of like mundane human shit? Like, do you think she ever like tried to like
this is one you'll love, Justin.
A parking ticket? Like, and she's over here like, but I'm like the divine mother god. I've been Jesus and Elvis's mother. Like, I'm not
this is
paying
good.
This fucking ticket.
You ready? You'll love this shit. She also claimed that Donald Trump was her father in a past life.
Yes, I saw that one too. I was like, that was.
And she's spoken.
Or is that one of the things, like one of the trials and tribulations she had to go through? Is that like one of the negatives? This was a thing that sucks about being a god.
Hey, we're not getting political. Be quiet.
We didn't get political.
Yes,
he's just a dick. Fuck that guy.
Anyway. She also said she had spoken to the spirit of deceased actor Robin Williams, who she claimed was Archangel Zadkiel. I don't know.
Zachariah?
Yeah. They call him galactic something, is their version of angels. And there's a lot of famous people that were like the angels.
If you were to tell me though, like Robin Williams ascended and became some like archangel though, I believe it 100%.
Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah.
He was cool as shit.
We were not. He was too good for this world.
Yeah, fuck that.
She claimed that she talked to him like all the time.
Yeah,
I would too if I could.
Yeah.
Well, but he wouldn't talk to her.
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not going there. Okay. Anyway, members of this group, we'll say that loosely, have routinely expressed speculation that the COVID-19 pandemic was planned, and that the Sandy Hook massacre, 9/11, and the Holocaust were all hoaxes.
Oh, so we're like the worst people of the internet on.
Yeah.
They claim that society has been taught about the Holocaust as is suspicious, and that this is where we're going to get a little anti-Semitic, but we don't believe this shit.
This is not us.
This is everybody at home.
Because I think that's some bullshit. No.
Yeah.
They also say that Adolf Hitler's intention was to serve the light.
Now that is wild that somebody can like make that kind of a jump.
Yeah. They also continued the claim that Jews wanted everyone else to do the work and they would take the money. The idea behind the concentration camps was to teach them how to work.
Sweet Jesus. This is
That's one that-
why
I'm glad I didn't read that, honestly, because that.
Wow. So okay, hold on. So they are basically trying to claim that the concentration camps were for the Jews' benefit.
They were doing it for their benefit. Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, the mental gymnastics some people can like achieve in their own head is fucking astounding.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
So the core group consisted of 12 to 20 members.
Okay.
They lived with her, dined with her. I mean, like boom. That was
very close knit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The surgery that she offered, it cost $88 per session, which is where they made most of their money.
Probably like got some other merch stuff, I assume.
Yeah.
Maybe a Patreon. Patreon.com/weirdwide.
So, they really weren't, and she really wasn't a good person. I mean, she was
obviously
drunk.
She wasn't. She was mean.
She was just, and she would abuse her followers.
She was caught on video abusing the followers, abusing kids, abusing animals. Like
members were only allowed to sleep 4 to 5 hours a night.
So again, more cold shit. Like you do this.
Yeah.
It's a classic, it's a classic like cycle of like brainwashing manipulation.
Yeah.
To their family, they weren't allowed to drink.
Isolate
but she
them.
was.
Isolate them, keep them tired, keep them hungry.
Actually, in 2020, a member of the group was found wandering the wilderness, disoriented, naked, and dehydrated after being described by the group as lacking the right energy and being on the wrong side of the mountain.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah.
Like, because he had gone to like join them.
Yeah.
And like they're like, nah. And they just
thank you.
Free. Bye.
Like they ended up going to Hawaii because nobody wanted them in the continental US. They wanted them out of here. And when she got to Hawaii, and this was in 2020, the group went to Hawaii. She was already really sick by this point.
Okay.
Yeah. She couldn't walk for a while. They had to like carry her around and stuff
from the waist down.
Ooh.
Because she didn't eat. All she did was drink booze. You know, like she drank all that silver, and
the silver,
killing her.
Now, what does the silver actually do? Because it does turn you blue and gray. What does it actually do, or what is it supposed to?
Hold on,
do?
I gotta find it.
I can't. Yeah, that's one that I've heard of a lot of people doing, like taking the colloidal silver, but I've never like
in small
looked into
doses.
the benefits.
It's supposed to be helpful, but when you drink the amount that they were drinking,
it's
it's
goes
toxic.
Beyond any health benefits.
It's almost like lead poisoning.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Bethany,
it kills you slowly.
Bethany, remember Matt? He said that one of the Starborn twins was like into the silver for a while.
Yeah.
And that was like an issue that she had.
Yeah, there's there is some sort of a tie with like spirituality.
Yeah.
And the silver. I haven't looked into the colloidal silver like that though.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't think.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all.
We do not condone that activity.
We definitely don't condone that one.
So
do your research before you do shit. Don't put shit in your body.
She was met with hostility in Hawaii because she claimed after they got over there that she was the Hawaiian goddess Pele, and they were pissed.
Well, okay, so I mean,
because Hawaiians take their shit serious.
Well, that and like some white chick shows up and she's just like, "Hey, I'm your god."
And that was a part. That was like a part of time. That was in 2020, and Hawaiians were super stay out. You know,
because
you had the pandemic. And they're like, stay off of our island.
Yeah,
and then she rolls up, little white bitch, and she's like, "Oh, I'm your guys' god."
And they were like, "Fuck you."
I'd be like, get off my fucking island,
That's
bro.
basically what they did. They fucking chased her off.
So they pretty much, the mayor of Kauai was like, get the fuck out of here.
Love it.
And they went back to Colorado.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ingesting large amounts of colloidal silver, which a group had previously promoted its COVID-19 cure, even receiving a warning from the FDA. Okay, consuming colloidal silver over a long period of time can lead to blue-gray discoloration of the skin, as well as seizures and organ failure.
Not good.
So there you go.
Not good.
There's that.
Big bad.
What are the supposed benefits, though?
I don't know. We just know that she got fucked up. Let's just go with that.
It's the people that were like, Moderna is trying to fucking poison you.
Yeah. Yeah, she was unable to walk, paralyzed from the waist down due to complications from cirrhosis of the liver and kidney failure.
Ooh.
She was carried around by Father God, Jason Castillo.
A new Father God. I can't remember how many Father Gods there were, but there were several.
Yeah.
That's fun though. Like if you come into her circle and like the other one's just croaking because he's pumping up too much silver. It's like, hey, guess what? You get to be Father God number 5. Like, all right, I'm a god. What's up?
She actually admitted that she had cancer too.
And that was one she said she had stage 5 cancer.
But I think it was just a plug to get money.
Doesn't it stop at stage 4?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't stage 5 just death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she
was claiming to have been trying to heal herself
by starving herself and drinking silver and booze, which is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So she gets really sick. The last time she was seen alive by anyone was April 10th, 2021. Okay. Her body is not discovered until April 28th, 2021.
Yeah. What was the first what was the month?
April.
Okay. It was weeks. It wasn't when I first heard about it,
having a dead body around.
I'll get right real quick.
They drove her around and they did stuff with it. No.
They put her in for the HOV lane and stuff.
Yeah. So instead of helping her, her followers filmed it and encouraged her ascension. One live stream actually showed 2 women members expressing extreme annoyance that she had not ascended already, and they chastised the Galactics for not having arrived yet to fulfill Mom's prophecy.
Why won't you die?
The 2 young women also admit on camera that Mom had not only asked to see her family, but she had also requested that they take her to the hospital, which they laughed off the pleas, holding on to Carlson's previous request that she never be treated by 3D doctors. And they also ignored her moments of clarity when she openly doubted all that she claimed, broaching the possibility that none of it was real, and she was, in fact, a fraud. And they just went, nah, you're good.
Yeah. They refused to fucking...
Wow.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of charges on them, but
yes, but they got dropped.
They did?
Yeah. They dropped them all. Yeah. They never went to jail.
Was it religious freedom or something?
No, I don't know. So it says in December 2021, it shows that she died from global decline in the setting of alcohol abuse, anorexia, and chronic colloidal silver ingestion. The district attorney announced plans to upgrade the abuse of a corpse charges to a more serious charge of tampering with a deceased human body. The group members were reported to be facing a mix of charges of child abuse, abuse of a corpse, tampering with deceased human remains, and false imprisonment. But the charges were all later dropped.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that there wasn't the charges of child abuse and stuff previous to her dying, because there's videos of just
how many
the child abuse was just because the kids were there when they were mutilating the corpse. That's the only reason they were charged with child abuse.
Which they should have been charged with child abuse way before that.
Yeah. Well, how many kids were involved? Because like it's a small, like 20-ish group.
I don't
so, like,
know. I don't
Heaven's
think
Gate
there were
size.
many. I don't think there were many.
There were some,
Okay.
but there wasn't many that I saw either.
Yeah. So they said she was exempt from rigor mortis, and they claimed that she started breathing again 3 days later, just like Jesus.
Oh.
They claim they used
Exempt
an EMF
from rigor
meter.
mortis.
They used the EMF meter to claim that she wasn't actually dead, but they overlooked the fact that, she had tons of colloidal silver in her, so the EMF would go bananas over her body.
True. That's
Jesus
true. I didn't even think
Christ.
about that.
Jesus Christ.
So for 3 weeks, they drove around the country, crossing state lines with her corpse wrapped in a sleeping bag.
So it's like the grandma from fucking Vacation.
Yeah. It's like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they did weird shit to her body too.
Yeah.
They wrapped her in
glitter.
fucking she was wrapped in a sleeping bag and wrapped in Christmas lights, glitter all over her face. They took her fucking eyes out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was so
it doesn't make sense.
They put her in a shrine in Colorado. That's where they settled with her eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put a shrine in, but that's eventually where someone narked on them.
Yeah. Wasn't it one of the members?
It was one of the members. And he narked on them and said no. So they came in and they found her body. The state of decay suggested that she had been dead for several weeks and she was only 45. Yeah.
And it's it's
seven
so
members
weird.
were charged. 2 children. There were 2 children.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. I knew I had it somewhere. I just had to find it.
On the plus side,
so
though,
it was like crazy.
Her kids are doing surprisingly well. Now they
Fabulous.
they don't associate with her. They try to distance
they dumped
themselves
her long ago.
Oh yeah, they were like nah, but they really try to distance themselves. But
they showed up on Dateline, 2 of them, to talk about it once.
The other one was underage.
Yes,
but so they don't.
Georgie.
We're not sure how that child is, but the other 2 are getting like master's degrees and stuff like that.
All right. Good for them.
They're living their best lives.
Good for them. Avoiding the silver.
Yeah, yes. I'm hoping so.
So it says Cole reportedly lives in Portland, Oregon, where he has a degree in biology and hopes to raise awareness on cult-related matters, according to this thing.
Good
Maddie is getting a master's degree in social work and living in Savannah, Georgia. And Georgie, you don't know, it's all unknown because he's still a minor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I imagine that they live with their fathers. Or something.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they were raised just when she left them. She just left them with their dads.
Yeah. She just dumped them. So it's fine.
I couldn't imagine. Like,
no.
Like the whole thing. And it's like, it's weird because there was obviously the manipulation portion where she is convincing these people to follow her. But there's also the part I honestly think that a lot of the stuff that she talked about, she believed. Like
for a long time until the end.
Until it caught up to her.
Yeah. And then she's like, I could survive. I want to live. Please help me. And they were like,
and they're just like, no, like this is what you've been. See, that's got to be scary as shit. Like if you've accidentally trained your cult too well.
Yeah.
We are not going to make that mistake.
So, yeah, right. So
take us to the hospital, guys.
That's right. Yeah. If we're sick, hospital.
Right. So the one article that I found was written by a woman that had known one of the cult members.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, his name is Gomez. That's his last name, by the way.
I feel like I read this article too.
Yeah. And she watched and this is where I got the idea from this. It's called Love is One. It's a documentary. It came out in November 2023.
Mhm.
You can find it on HBO Max,
Nice.
Hulu, or YouTube, by the way,
Hmm.
if you want to know some more. It shows the cult actually videotapes. They show.
So we're talking about like
decline.
lots of gnarly footage.
It's like you watch her die on camera.
Oh.
Literally. That's what it is. You watch this woman die on camera. You watch her steady decline.
How is
still
that not
making
manslaughter
videos.
charges?
It's wild.
It's so
You
crazy
literally watch
how much that they were able to get away with, especially with the amount of footage that there is.
You would think that
Yeah.
would have sunk them.
Well,
right.
and then this person that did the documentary, who whatever her name was, it was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
This woman is even saying, you know, she should be brought up on charges too, because she was sitting there recording this all happen and did nothing. And then made money off of it because she made a documentary.
Where does that, like, legally though, where does that stand? I mean, that feels almost like not interfering with like things like if you're the documentary crew, your job isn't to fix the situation, your job is to document it. So
but I feel so like with the whole documentary thing, you know, when it comes to like nature and stuff, I always used to get mad because like, how are you going to let those lions eat the baby, whatever they're eating? Yeah. And it's like, you can't interfere. It's a documentary, but like, I feel like it's different when it's like people. I feel like it should be like, if you're sitting there and you're watching somebody like be like, I'm going to go murder this person over here, that you should be like, I'm actually going to call the police.
At the very least, at the very, very least, you should be able to look at those people and say, no, just chill out.
Right.
Drink your 7-Up. Eat a moon pie.
Oh God.
Quit murdering people.
Quit murdering people.
So the woman that made the documentary, her name is Hannah Olsen. So this person said that she believes that the documentarian Hannah Olsen shoulders a great deal of responsibility too for sharing the story when cult followers are still fully devoted to the narrative. Not only that, but Olsen not only that, but Olsen has dangerously sanitized their message in the documentary, leaving out the massive foundation of anti-Semitism that runs through their Holocaust denial and claims that Hitler was working for the light. Because none of that is mentioned in the documentary. That's why that threw me for a loop when I was doing my research, because when I watched the documentary, I didn't hear anything about that.
I'm actually surprised too. Yeah. Because with a lot of the research that I was doing, I didn't see anything about anti-Semitism or anything.
They keep that under wraps.
That's hidden,
From like a journalistic perspective, though, if you're trying to tell the story, that's so juicy.
So then
that's
I'm like,
big. Like,
is she did she become kind of a member of said cult towards
did she accidentally get radicalized?
Right. Ooh. So I don't know.
Or even just like you once you're around people so long, you like, you know, you form relationships with them and like, you know.
So she questioned her friend Gomez, and she was the first question she asked him is whether he really believes that the clouds are cover for alien spaceships. With an immediate follow-up about how Donald Trump figures into the Love Has Won plan. Gomez replied, yes, they cloak themselves with clouds. It's interdimensional. He told me what we would consider magic is just 5D tech.
Well, that's fair.
And referred to Donald Trump as a time traveler who is working with Q, the Queen. He spoke lovingly of Mom, or Carlson, who came down with Galactic Team to deconstruct the 3D Matrix. And Gomez also told her later on that Carlson taught us all heart telepathy and how to feel our communication with her, although she is on the other side.
This is something that, like, really gets on my nerves with conspiracy talk, and I feel like every time it comes up, because it does come up on the show often, I do feel like the need to address the fact that, like, you know, you can like enjoy weird conspiracy talk and not get to an anti-Semitic place, because like what bothers me here is like they're literally out here like saying like about the clouds being cover for aliens and interdimensional shit, and I'm like, I can rock with that conversation. Like, are they interdimensional? Are the clouds being nefarious? I can have that conversation.
That's how it starts. That's how they get people into these cults. Is they're like, here's this really cool thing.
You're right.
Oh,
You're
look
absolutely
at it.
right.
And then they start starving him and like not letting him sleep. And they're being like, actually, Hitler was a good guy. And
they just drop that in like chapter 3 after you're like tired as fuck. You're like, oh, Hitler wasn't that bad. But really?
Here, have some shrooms and let's discuss how everything was fake and like the Holocaust was.
So the thing that
Jewish
really,
people.
so the thing that really scares me about
Yeah.
this is they are still marketing stuff. They have different names that they go by. This Gomez guy is now like one of the leaders of said thing, that Father God's still carrying the torch too, you know, but they are still selling bottles of colloidal silver through their Instagram account, marketing as a cure-all, even for COVID-19.
Jesus
and
Christ.
People are still buying it.
Well, that's the problem is like QAnon came along and basically I'm assuming bolstered their numbers. Like, you know, they've definitely been able to tap into that market for sure. And like, ugh.
And then what really threw me off is I found out that the Phoenixes, mom and dad, were also
as
members
in the
of
Hollywood
this cult.
Phoenixes.
We're talking Joaquin, River, Rain, Liberty, and Summer Phoenix were all raised in this thing. Now, I don't know. It says children of God. It could be different. I'm not really sure. Because I think Children of God is another weirdo.
I think that
cult
might be another. So we're not sure if the Phoenixes are part.
But I was like, oh shit. I know they were members of cults, cult, but I can't remember which one. And it might have just come up in my research because it's like so close.
Yeah,
the names got excited
are close.
And might have put the cart before the horse on that one.
We might have to like.
It got excited. I got excited.
We might have to bring a correction on this one at some point. Like, well, this is a loose end on this episode. We'll address on another episode.
But I want to say, but
the Phoenixes were at least involved in some kind of cult.
Yeah, but they were in California.
I mean, California is like cult capital of the world. Like, if you're gonna start cult, that's where you do it.
And this
West
was like
Coast in
Colorado,
general,
Texas,
everywhere.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. So
people are searching.
We can strike that if you would like, because I don't know if
you know what? We're gonna say
second guessing myself.
We're gonna say we're not sure, but we will come back to it. We'll come back to it.
But
there's the Phoenixes were involved in something.
Oh, they were involved in some shit.
Yeah.
Hence the reason they're all a little.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know there was other ones. I knew there was River and Joaquin, but
there's two sisters too.
Yeah, Joaquin's doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, he had a moment.
Well, I think everybody in Hollywood had a moment.
Yeah,
that's true.
And he's like come back on the other side of that. Wasn't he just Napoleon?
Yeah,
did he play Napoleon?
Something like that.
Because Ridley Scott loves that fucking guy.
But I really think, although I do not believe that the woman that did the documentary kind of portrayed it the way she should have, I do think it's a very interesting watch. But disclaimer, if you have any aversion to death on screen, do not watch it, because you are literally watching this woman die.
Is it possible they hid the anti-Semitic stuff from her while she was filming?
No, she was like, no. Well, I mean, they could have, I guess. I don't know.
Is it possible that was like, you know how like with Scientology you got to unlock like level 8? Is it one of those things where it's like maybe some of the shit?
But she was like videotaping these people being like, yeah, she asked to go to the hospital, but we were like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like
at a certain point,
she should have been like, no, I'm taking this bitch to the hospital.
Or at the very least, some kind of anonymous tip of like, hey,
call the authorities.
But it took one of their followers to be like, listen, I think this might be a little fucked up.
Yeah. Find the weak one that you can pull aside.
But the documentarian was like, "Look, this is good shot."
Well, you know, that's you know, there is like taking the
tons
journalism
of money off of this.
There is taking the journalism too far.
I mean, granted, I kind of feel bad telling people to watch it, but I mean, like, it's interesting.
You know, you can choose to watch it or not. It's one of the sources that was used for the research for this episode.
It is. It's what triggered me to be like,
yeah. I think it's important to list sources when we are able to, because like sometimes we're able to. So
yeah, but that's what it's called. It's called Love Has Won. It was sold to HBO, so HBO is the main
distributor.
The distributor of it, but you can also get it on like a premium subscription to Hulu or YouTube. So
I would go with YouTube if you don't have the others. Yeah, I've got HBO Max, so I'll watch it on there.
I don't have the attention span to watch long form.
We know. We're aware.
That's why I told Justin, I was like, maybe I should tell Bethany. No, I'm not telling Bethany.
I know she like considered like, no, I'm just not even gonna bother.
But it was kind of nice though, because kind of nice. It was convenient because there are so many like clips that even they had put out before.
Yeah. Yes. Because that's
like,
one of their main pluggers was like clips of stuff. They would videotape all the fucking time. They were actually required to videotape themselves and put it on YouTube.
They were very about the content.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And like it was.
We could learn a thing or two from them with that.
Listen,
really?
Always be contenting.
I'm gonna content. Listen, I'm gonna go.
I let you content my saucy nuggets.
Hey, you know what? That sounds dirty as fuck out of context.
That does. Like, this episode is definitely gonna be rated X. Actually. Yeah.
The way you worded that, like, not everybody watched the video that we put on a lot of socials today. So, all right. Do we have anything else to cover with Mother God?
So,
I think we're good.
Yeah. I hope it was titillating.
This is definitely one that's like, I've been following it for a little bit now. I've been following. Well, yeah, and what
I think what's interesting is like I feel like this is a good, maybe even the prototype for like the new cult. Like, you know, back in the day in the 60s and 70s, you know, you didn't have a choice. You had to get people together in a fucking house and, compound and all that shit. Nowadays, you plug into the internet and just literally can build your cult that way. And like, you know, you get to a point where like...
There's been a few that I've seen on TikTok, using TikTok to recruit people to their cult.
Yeah. Like, and what that asshole guy did that I didn't know anything about that you and Colin made fun of me for.
Yep.
He did it
Colin
on TikTok.
Watch. We got a Colin sighting. All right.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Colin.
Hashtag Team Colin. But yeah, same thing. Andrew Tate, the same kind of shit.
Yeah, that guy.
Plug it into, and they do the same. It's a very common thread. He does the exact same shit. He plugs into vulnerable, specific boys, like reaching this
awkward
where they're at
stage.
They're not sure who they are. They're not sure who they want to be. You know, maybe they're confused. Like life is fucking weird, and then all of a sudden they got this guy who's just like, well, like, I'll take you there, I'll show you how, and it's the same fucking thing. So cults, I mean, you know, I would say are much more internet based. I think it's just like, you know, any group like white supremacist groups, same thing. Like they've learned the power of the internet. The smart ones are not the ones that are out there in the streets. They're the ones that are organizing behind the scenes, behind the screens.
I mean, I'm telling you, I think this is one of the first ones that actually used it to their advantage and are still using it.
It's definitely trailblazer. It's a trailblazer.
Yeah, the prototype for the new cult, I would say.
Yeah,
the new cult. I like that.
So what's what we're using for our cult?
That's right. We're literally. But you know what? We're not targeting the vulnerable.
And I guess that's my cult name, Saucy Nugs.
Saucy Nugs. I love it.
I love that.
Hell yeah. I'm the wizard.
I'm the Barbara.
And I get Saucy Nugs.
You could you don't have to make that your cult name.
You do. You do too, actually.
I mean, you're fucked now. You could have been like the Lord Commander or some shit, but you chose Saucy
you could have done something cool. Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the wizard.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Mine's fucking awesome. Like, it's gonna make sense. I literally only chose the wizard because I want to get a wizard hat. and be able to justify it. I'm telling you though, I'm going to be wearing that hat when we eventually
justify it.
Justify it. That's right. But I'm going to be wearing that hat when we do a D&D episode at some point. So, and I've got
oh Lord,
I've got a fun idea for that, by the way. I'll tell you guys.
I'm
at
scared.
Some point. Oh no, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Well, let's get on out of here. So again, everybody, make sure you go to patreon.com/weirdwide if you want to support us. It's the best way to do it directly. Otherwise, tell your friends about us. Help spread the cult. Word of mouth is always appreciated. One of the best ways to spread spread it without having to spend any money, because I get it, money's tight. If you don't got money, just tell your friends, just tell a couple friends. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment below. If you want to reach us directly, you can email the show at weirdwidepodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at weirdwidepod. And we did find out there is a way. I finally found out how to fucking do the Spotify thing. So leave a comment on Spotify. We will see it.
Nice,
there is somebody from like 2 months ago that left a message for us. I apologize that I didn't know how to do it. So
we figured it out. We can see you now.
Wasn't ignoring you. Wasn't being a dick. He had he tapped into one of the show's jokes. He was talking about how Bethany needs to find a jackalope to pet, because she's always petting shit she shouldn't pet.
I do need to find a jackalope.
Yeah. So I should have had his name. I'm sorry. I will have that on the next episode as a shout out directly. We're not ignoring you, bro. Like we did not mean to do that.
We're just not very tech savvy.
We're just dumb sometimes. And it's like, you know what? We don't have a producer. Like we are the producer. Like, so, like we're doing this all on our own. So just bear with us. I think that was all I had.
We still appreciate you.
Exactly. We appreciate you. We fucking love you. And yeah, so leave a review on Spotify, leave a review on Apple. You find me on Insta and TikTok at DudesWeirdo. Where can everybody find y'all?
I am on Instagram and TikTok at bethany.gets.weird.
I'm on both of them as well at WeirdAshChick86. And speaking of weird, let's go out with a dad joke.
Yay!
Yeah.
I forgot about the dad joke.
Of the
I'm
week.
so excited.
Right.
We haven't had a dad joke
ready?
in a week. We didn't have one in the last episode. Let's do it.
Okay. If the king sleeps on a king mattress and the queen sleeps on a queen mattress, where does the prince sleep?
Prince mattress. Prince.
On an air mattress.
That was good. I enjoyed that one.
I really like
you're
that.
welcome.
I love it. I love it.
I like it. I like it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That is beautiful. Well, we're going to leave you all with that. Thank you for joining us. Next week, me and Bethany are taking the lead on research. We are doing the Flatwoods Monster.
I'm excited.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Hey, you know what? That's we're going to be recording the day after my birthday. So it's like a little birthday present. We're doing fucking monsters, little creepy fucking shit. Fucking stone. That's an alien, right? That's the Flatwoods Monsters. We think he might be an alien.
That's one that's like, it's definitely an alien.
Yeah, but they won't like come out and say it.
Yeah, they use the cryptid blanket.
Yeah, I think
Weird.
they're trying to like Mothman him. I think they're trying to get like a little bit more like it's like if it's just another alien, it's like no, he's the fucking Flatwoods Monster. Like he's his own thing. Come fucking see our fucking statue. Fucking Mothman. I bet you they're mad at the Mothman's ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know that town is like
be.
Fuck that guy. They're like he's not even that. It's not even that juicy. It's not.
They need to give the Flatwoods Monster a donk, even though it doesn't even fit the aesthetic.
I think every
they
cryptid
should
have a
have
donk.
a metal destroying.
Fuck's sake.
Well, for any future Olympians out there, just watch your cock out there.
Make sure you bind it.
Make sure you keep that thing. You know what? But I get it.
Talk
sometimes,
to your local drag queen.
Sometimes it's got a mind of its own.
Talk to your local drag queen. They'll tell you how to take care of it.
Well, we will see you fucking weirdos next week. We love you all. Stay weird.